What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Divine Journey 2. It's been a while, hasn't it? I have been working on a lot of random things, most of which probably aren't going to go in the video. A lot of them have just been little things like adding automations for stuff and adjusting a few of them. So like we have automations for all this stuff now, the gold string for Britannia. I did finally get aqua balls automated with some unending bowls, because you can use those apparently. But it is still being held up by ink sacs, I think. Because Kraken scales require 6 ink sacs. And yeah, that's still slowing things down a little bit, but you know what? It's fine. I hate these things. I really do. They've been the biggest pain. But we've been moving forward. I've also relocated some of this stuff down here. So we have our prescient crystal, grains of prescience, ender crystal, grains at the end, and our sentient ender down here. So I've been relocating things here and there. Some things have not really changed all that much. We have our coal coke wall over here that's producing the creosote oil. I think I have adjusted a few little things here and there, mostly just raising buffers so that things are running more. GP powder and RF powder are two things that we've been struggling with at the moment, just because I raised buffers on stuff that used them. But those will take a little while to actually fill back up, and I think it's, this one is my RF powder. I added more of these thermal conductor rods. So we have more of them. It actually goes quite a bit faster when we actually have GP powder put in there. But it's kind of iffy. I have been working on a number of other things around, mostly over here. I don't remember if I had it last video, but we now have our tool set up over here for blood essence production. And I did, as you can see, finally get it moving at double speed. So that's awesome. But I have also built a third altar. This took a while because these freaking runes, particularly these displacement runes, require the upper level slates, and they are not easy to get. This is purely a charging altar. Again, I am not familiar with this stuff, and I am not going to sit there and try to spend all the time trying to do the math to maximize and boost all this garbage on my own. So I am actually just following one of the guides in the Discord. If you're not there already, feel free to check it out if you're playing. A lot of useful information in there. I'm not following most of it, just because I like to learn things myself, but things like this that are severely overcomplicated setups, I am more than happy to just pass by and follow a guide. I think the only other one I've done is the QQ setup, Quantum Quarry, for what the enchantments are and what biomes to put it in. For the most part, it hasn't really changed all that much. But everything else I've been learning on my own, so like this whole monstrous setup for statues, I figured that one out on my own. And does it make a sense? Does it make a difference? Kinda. I don't know. Our Britannia setup over here hasn't changed since last time. I'm still just running on thermal lilies. I really should upgrade, but we'll get to that soon because I have a goal for today. Our goal is to get through here, and I want to try to get to Sparks. Because if we can get to Sparks, I can spend my entire next video, and probably the one after that, working on getting everything for Britannia actually set up and automated. That is going to be a whole mess of stuff on its own. But in order to get there, we have to pass through the last few stages of Evilcraft. And also, we've got all this set up here. I changed these a little bit because I really don't like item ducts. These ones still have them because some of the items on them require more than the conduits allow to pass in. But anything that I don't have to use conduits for, or anything I don't have to use these item ducts for, I'm not using them for, because it's bouncing too many items back into the storage. So I don't like them. But all of our essences are set up, and if I come down here, I have most of our reagents set up. I haven't set up tier 4 yet. I'm still working on, I think I need to get the Tartaric gems for them, and I just haven't done that yet. But we have tiers 1, 2, and 3 reagents already set up down here. And they should be 4 stacks on everything, except for this damage reagent, which takes forever because, oh, it has a bucket. You know what I can do for that, though? Extract. What does that even use a bucket for? You know, I can set a an insert priority on one of these for buckets. I'll deal with that later. But as you can see, we've got that stuff set up. Our wheel set up down here has just been going great. We have lots and lots of these will crystals. I'm up to 32 stacks on almost all of them. Our reagent setups up here are using different types of will for each of them. So I think I have each one is set up to use a different will per item, so that it is one of each on each type of will. So like this one is using the corrosive will, this one is using the steadfast will, the vengeful will, and this is the destructive will. And it matches the same on each of these, and I will do the same for tier 4. The normal demon will is only going into our on-demand setup down here, over here, which is going to get relocated eventually. This will get relocated eventually. I just haven't decided where I'm going to put them. But we have a few things to do. And number 1 is we need to grab Tigeros Reliant Gateway Key. So we're going to get another portal. This one, I don't know if I'm actually going to go set up a whole thing for it, because I don't know we actually need an area in this one. I know some of these ones require these setups in here for rituals. Oh, it's using the Abyssal Stone. But if it does, then I will have to set up a place for it. Anyways, right click on the ground to create a portal. Infinite uses. So it does give us a quest for how to use it. We have up in here, we got this in here. Use it in the Dreadlands to create a portal to Omathal. I think that's the dimension I was just... Oh, this is the Dreadlands. Well, guess what? We're going to go ahead and 1 block away. Guess what? Portal! Look at that. I like the color of it. Anyways, go ahead and hop on in. We'll take a look around for a second. This is a whole new dimension for us. And ooh, portal is in the air. One thing I do already know is one of the first things we need to get is the Thaxium, which we get from mining up Thaxium bricks. I don't think we have the stuff to do that. You might want to use your blood magic bound pickaxe. That's the only tool at this point that can mine it up. Which, that is a bunch of Thaxium bricks right there. So I can go vein mine that building and get a bunch of Thaxium from that. This dimension is very dark. I see you. But we don't have a bound pickaxe, so I'm not going to be able to mine any of that stuff just yet. So let's head on back over to base, and we're going to go grab ourselves a bound pickaxe. I have everything I need for it. At least I think I do. Except for maybe the binding reagent. But I should be able to order that. I do have the pickaxe and the stuff for the bound tools in our inventory. It should be... Was it? No. Sentient stuff. The sentient pickaxe with mana steel and a living wood twig will give us a mana steel pickaxe. Well, I haven't actually picked up all these, so we can grab them all and complete the quest. No? Oh, we have to make them into mana steel. Right. Let's get some mana steel going. And I have just enough mana steel to make them all. And now, yeah, there we go. Now we have our mana steel stuff, which gives us a little bit of mana steel back. But we're going to make a bound pickaxe, which is going to be the only thing we have that can mine the Athaxium. So we're going to need that, and it's just a binding reagent, which is just a bunch of runes. Well, I don't know if I have any of those in storage. Let's take a look. I have fire, earth, and air, but I don't have a water rune. But you know what? I can get one of those pretty easy. I don't have binding reagent put in here, so let's go ahead and get ourselves a rune of water. And I'm only going to make the one for now. Aquatic cores. I have an orb in here. And because of my mic setup, I still can't see my keyboard. Because fun. Okay, so for Rune of Water, I need Mana Steel, I need Mana Powder, and Empowered Payless. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I'm going to do Dust. Put in a pick. And Binding Reagent. Yeah! It's been several weeks since I've had to do that. So I wasn't sure if I was going to get that right the first time. Well, there we go. We got our bound pickaxe. I can live with that. Let's go ahead and I'll just put that in here for now. And I'll put those guys in there. We've got our inventory of messy stuff. Okay. Got our bound pickaxe. Let's go ahead and head back over to... Let me in. Over to Omethal, and we go ahead and start collecting our Athaxium. You know, I wonder if you could get like one somehow and use a builder to just collect it all. Oh my gosh, that is so slow. Might have some Athaxium, which to be fair is easier said than done. Why? Well, you'll find out. You might want to use your blood magic bound pickaxe as the only tool at this point that can mine it up. So in order to get Athaxium, we need to cook Athaxium bricks. I can get bricks from the stairs. Okay, not the slabs. Okay, that's fine. Can I do that? Chiseled Athaxium bricks. Can I chisel that? Do I have this one on me? I can't chisel it. Okay, well, that was worth a shot. Just remove all the bricks from this structure and that's what you're left with. That's crazy. I'm not sure what I just did there. Okay, well, we've got... That's a build. We've got several other things we're going to need to do while we're in here. One of those is we need to get some flesh. And in order to use this stuff, we're going to get Omethal Ghoul Flesh, Omethal Essence, which means we need our Staff of Rending, which should be right here. Now, how quick am I going to be able to get from you guys? Y'all guys are not the fastest things. We got 14 Omethal Essence from that. Just for me standing right here. Yeah, that's just a little bit of essence. Let's see if we can get some more flesh. And by the way, this is void below us, so you don't want to fall off from here. Technically, you do later, but right now, we don't want to. This is definitely something we're going to come through and raid here in a minute, but there's a bunch of resources there that I want. These crystallized stuff are really good to get. Let's see, we got redstone clusters, dreadium clusters, copper, oxygen, beryllium. There's all kinds of good clusters in here. Can you vein mine it? No. Let's take a look at what we needed for stuff. We got our Athaxium. It's going to lead us to the engraver, which only takes 4, and these blank coin engravings, which are neutral reagents and paper. I should have plenty of paper somewhere. And a dark steel anvil. Easy enough. Craft, refine an engraver and some Omethal houses. Place some kind of a coin engraving in the bottom slot and a blank coin in the top slot to engrave it with the face of one of the evil gods. And the skin of Omethal, I still need the 8 Omethal ghoul flesh. Crystallize. Oh, that would be useful to have. Can it actually like use the resources straight out of them? I have access to all of that. Thistle Wasteland, Dreadlands, and Omethal. We need Athaxium and engraved coins to move up to our next one. And some skin of Omethal. Well, I don't remember how much I sent over. Got some Athaxium ingots from something. Let's see if any of these houses might have that engraver that we're looking for. It looks like they don't. Where's that power thing I cleared out? Did that have anything in it? That's something. An overworld energy pedestal. And an enchanting table. Ooh, here we go. Hi. Decorative Jahar statue. No, I don't need that. Okay, we got our engraver. We also need to take a look at... Grab another one. So I guess the... Oh Lord, look at all these guys. I guess the remnants in the towers I can trade with if I'm good enough with the Necronomicon. There's nothing here. Oh, I know what this is. This is our dungeon. This is where we fight the big boss. Is that Athaxium? It is Athaxium. Can I steal it? I guess I have to do something to be able to actually get into here. Don't tell me I have to put the Athaxium back. This is big. Oh. I'm just on the wrong floor. But no, this is where we're gonna face off with the boss. We got some little guys down here. They shouldn't be anything. There's gonna be a setup here we'll have to do some stuff with. And yeah, you're our big boss here. I'm not ready to face off with you just yet, though. So, let's head back to base and we can get our Necronomicons upgraded. And we can look at what we need for our coins and all that fun stuff. So our coin that we're going to be engraving, I'm going to use these. I'm going to go ahead and use these Azathoth coins. Because it's literally just the shadow gems that we're farming in our mob farm. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a both of our coin engravers. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna go ahead and we'll stick our blank coin engraving in here. And we'll stick our Azathoth coin engraving in here. And now we can just make some coins, which are made from, looks like just about anything. Can I make them out of anything super cheap? Iron. Or copper. In a numismatic press with this. Gold coins, bronze slime ingot. I might have all that stuff. Let's just stick our numismatic into there and shove a bunch of iron in there, and that is a little bit slow. I might be able to stick some augments on there. Oh, that produces a bunch of them, 3 at a time anyway. Okay, well, I want to say these coins are actually going to come in handy, because I think we do actually need them. I can do this right. What am I doing wrong here? Coins. Oh, Presidium. Oh, so I don't actually need the blank coin engraving. Whatever. Presidium! Give me a bunch of coins. So now I can go over to here with our Azathoth coin engraving, and what do we need for our book? We need 4 of them. So if I do 8, that'll give me enough for what I need, and boy, is that slow. But I want to say these coins are used elsewhere, so having these automated may be useful, but I don't know how useful. If I'm going to end up having to automate them to some point, I'm going to have to either automate these, or I'm going to have to do what we do with a lot of the other stuff and do the mending loop, where it pulls it in and out of the engraver to go repair it in a tank of XP or something. But here's our 4 engraved coins with Azathoth. We have our skin of Omethal. I'm going to need 3 Athaxium. Well, let's go ahead and just grab that stack. And let's go grab our books. Go ahead and grab our Omethal Necronomicon. It does keep its power. Although if you throw it into the system, it doesn't recognize it, but it does recognize it in your inventory. There we go. 2 Omethal Necronomicons. That gives us some Athaxium and an Omethal multiplayer pack. Yay, another backpack that I don't need. So, Rendezvous with Omethal's creatures. We get another Omethal Staff of Rending upgrade, which can now do all of them. I think the one we have can do all of them. Yeah, look at that. But I want to say it's faster. I may do that here in a second. But our next step forward is Essence of the Gatekeeper. Light at the center of the world in Omethal to find the Omethal dungeon. If you're on a large multiplayer server and your portal is very far away, feel free to use the Omethal teleporter provided in the last quest. Enter the dungeon. You'll find a room where you can perform rituals if you wish. Once you're ready, go up to the 2nd floor and find Jahar, the Gatekeeper. Fight him. Once he dies, he'll pull you in and explode. Probably goes without saying, but stay away from the explosion. Then he'll drop the required item for this quest, the Essence of the Gatekeeper. Now we get to go fight this guy. Let's go ahead and stick stuff in storage. I don't have any particular items to take with me. I don't really have a particular ritual to go do at the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick these guys in here. And that's just going to drain all of our potential energy, but those will be fully charged when we come back. So let's go play with this guy. Okay, let's properly check this place out. We have, looks like a Jahar statues galore. Anything in these side rooms? These are just staircases up. So I guess it's literally just the ritual chamber down here and fighting him, which I didn't even notice, but holy bookshelves. I want to say his back room over here is also full of bookshelves. No? Hi! Let's not get sucked into that. It's trying to. I'm not touching anything. Ow! Oof, boing. Hi. I would just keep shooting you. I have no idea how much health I have right now. So let's get away from that for a second. Oh! Hi. Oh, you're gonna do that again? I'll just come over here. Hi. Ow! As you can see, he actually is pretty tough. But I also hit kind of hard. Ow! Ow! You're being rude. You know that? Oh, he's doing one of those again. Hi! I'm too close to it, I can't move. Oh, thanks. He pushed me loose. Okay, over to this side. Get some heals. He moves pretty quick for a big guy. Ow! I think my sword actually hits harder than, ugh. Come back over here. We can figure out how much health we still have. Nope, not doing that. Okay, is he coming? No, he's not moving. We do have him almost dead. Ugh. He's shooting wither heads at us. Ugh. Can we get him? There we go, we got him. He's gonna explode and then he'll drop all of his stuff. Congratulations, you killed me. No, not even close. You can't kill a Great Old One. What you killed is a simulacrum. A mere physical incarnation of infinite darkness. I need to come in here. Some call it a puppet. Something that escapes a human when they delve into madness is the concept of reality. Example of this is you believing that you've slain a Great Old One. Any sane person would realize that going after such a powerful being is nothing but certain death. Did he drop our stuff? Did one of y'all pick up my stuff? An insane person would realize that going after such a powerful being is nothing but certain death. But your mind has been twisting itself harder the more knowledge you've gained. The fact that you thought for a second that you had killed me shows just how insane you've become. My readings have already led you here, so wouldn't you want more knowledge? Perhaps death is what you truly desire. Let me unleash the last power contained within this hollow puppet. It'll give me the answer. If you survive the blast, take this mere fragment of my being. It will give you access to the Abyssal Nomicon. Yeah! That was a greater scroll. I have no idea what these scrolls are for. We have several of them from various things, and it does nothing for us. That gives us some dark Thaxium bricks and more Thaxium. So now we can get the Abyssal Nomicon. I have to do this again because I have 2 Nomicons. I have Eldritch Scales. I think I have just enough to make my 2. I don't know if I can get another one of these. Is he just the one guy in here? Let me go look and see if there is another dungeon. I might be flying around for a little bit. Oh, we got a bunch of Eldritch scales there.